We're doing a bucket list transit trip today. We're on the beeline right now, headed up to Thomas Road, and then we're going to take the 29 to Desert Sky Transit Center.
Today we're going to be going all the way to Ajo, a small town outside of Phoenix, about 80 miles from here. So we're going to be taking, we just took a train here, which was about 2 miles. We're going to catch the bus, the Thomas bus, that goes all the way to the Desert Sky Transit Center. And we're going to catch the 685 that goes all the way to Ajo. It is a cash-only bus. So we brought cash. It's $4 each to go one way. Originally, we were planning to do a round trip, but there's actually another bus that goes from Ajo to Tucson. And then we're going to catch that, which is about $7 one way. Tucson back to Phoenix at Sky Harbor. We're going to take a FlixBus. And I also ran into a friend. Where are you at?
What's up? I'm just barely waking up. He woke me up. Yeah, they just got me here on the bus with somebody famous over here. I'm just headed to work. Headed to work and riding the buses. Usually I would be taking a nap right now, so I got my nap. My nap being got disturbed, I guess.
Sorry. And I made it to the Desert Sky Transit Center where we're going to be catching the 685. There's a lot of buses coming in and out of here. The Rapid Bus to downtown Phoenix and the Maryville Circulator. But today we're going to be taking the 685 and it's going to bring us all the way to Ajo for $4.
This is the Desert Sky Transit Center. It's one of my favorite transit centers. I wish I got to get out here more often, but there's lots of really nice shade and benches. Jamie, what are you most excited for riding this route to Ajo today?
Just riding it is the experience. This is kind of a route that we've always been trying to do and we've never had a chance to. You know, it only runs a couple times a day.
And it doesn't run on Sundays at all.
Yeah, and that's usually when we have time off, taking it today. Came a little early just to be safe because it's a rural route, so you are able to actually track it in the transit app, which I was actually surprised. But you can kind of see all the stops that it'll take along the way.
Get there at 11 o'clock. We're here. The 685 is here. The operator left though.
It looks like you could bring two bikes onto it. But it is actually a pretty nice bus. This is brand new. It's very shiny.
I took the 685 one other time and it was just like some unmarked van. So I'm glad to see an actual Valley Metro branded vehicle. Both of us.
All right. Perfect. The seats are really comfy. And she's able to hook on her bag.
I love when I'm able to do that.
I know a lot of people have been worried what's happened with Spirit Airline, and I'm here to rest assured that it has gone to live on a big open farm in the desert where it can fly around in the fields all day in Goodyear, Arizona.
So this is a normal bus route, but it also deviates for people up to 3/4 of a mile off of the route. So if you make a reservation, you can have it come pick you up at your house.
So after going through Avondale and Goodyear, you go through Buckeye, and I didn't get really good footage of it, but everywhere you looked between like Avondale to all the way to the end of Buckeye, just suburban sprawl popping up everywhere and taking over what was once farmland and now putting cookie cutter neighborhoods instead of doing our infill in the Phoenix metro. So this is also a stop at a gas station, Gila Bend Food Market, so you can use the bathroom halfway through.
He got that dog in him.
He's so happy. Not having to drive this route, you get to just like really sit back and just enjoy the beautiful landscape. And then this is the Ajo Transit Center right here.
We made it to Ajo. The ride was like 3.5 hours.
And this is the stop that you get off at. It's pretty much the end of the line.
Or you can go back to their transportation office, but this is the stop like in the middle of the town.
And this is actually where tomorrow morning we're gonna catch the 486 that's gonna take us to Tucson. This is kind of their downtown area. their historic town site, even though I don't think they technically have a title. I think it is just an unincorporated area. Skitch and I found a cute coffee shop called Oasis where she's gonna work out of, and I'm gonna go explore. At one point, Ajo did have a train station, and I'm thinking this is probably what the train station used to be for a passenger rail to Ajo. Also, if you come here and you're on T-Mobile, you're not getting service. I do not have service here. I did find a walking map. The visitor center has some information about the train station, where the old ticketing office was, and right behind it, there's also some of the old tracks that they had. Obviously, not in service unless you're trying to run into a bush. I did confirm that that was where passenger rail would go, but it wasn't like, it was mainly for mine operations. This is a little bit rickety. So I'm gonna go now to a grocery store in the area that's local. It's a bit of a walk, and I'm gonna go explore. I'll come back here later with Skitch. There's a flower shop I wanna stop by and get her some flowers. The area is a very artsy area, so I see murals everywhere. Some of the houses have like sculptures and painted walls. Even the mountain has some artwork on it. Just look at that A. Cities and towns love to just put letters on mountains. I'm sure it's for aerial purposes. And right now I'm headed to Olson's, which is the grocery store. It looks to be locally owned, so that's good. The sun started coming out, so I started bringing the umbrella to cool off. The view from here is really cool. I don't know if you can kind of see the hills and mountain ranges over there. I did just pass the wildlife area. It's gonna be all this over here. I am gonna make it's on the way back, so I'm gonna go to the store first and then check that out so we can see what it looks like. There's a little visitor center there for it too, so. And it's open till 3. I feel like everything here is open till 3 or 4. I'm at the hardware store, I'm at the grocery store, I'm at the hardware store, I'm at the grocery store. I'm at the combination hardware grocery store. When I mean combination grocery store, hardware store, it really is a combination hardware grocery store. I got brooms and ladders right here, right across the street from the sodas and the dairy and the oils. Yeah, so everything you need in one convenient place for a small town. Seems like it's the only one around aside from like just general convenience stores. But everything in there looked pretty good. I thought it was cool that they had a Ace Hardware attached to it. So if you need to get your oil and your dairy at the same time, it's right there. That's convenience, baby. I'm gonna start making my way back to Skitch. And on the way, there's that wildlife site that we're gonna stop in and check out. I got like 2 chicken tenders. They had a little deli in there that was extremely affordable. Groceries were a little bit on the higher end, but in smaller towns like this, it's kind of expected. But I was surprised that the deli counter was pretty affordable. So I'm gonna go eat my 2 chicken tenders I got at a random table up ahead. Okay. Sure, hot and handy. Got it. Anyways, this is where my little area I'm eating at. My hot and handy food. All right, now I finished up, so I'm gonna go check out that visitor center over there. This is Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge. It's a cool visitor center. That freaked me out a little bit coming in. So from the visitor center, you have a little bit of a walk that you could just kind of go through. If you like some bird watching, this is the spot. Get your bird game on. Also, when I first went into the visitor center, I was the only person there in like 7 days, at least in the guest sign up. And all the lights were off and it just kind of spooked me. But there was a park ranger that was there and kind of gave me some good information about this park and some of its history. It's, I think, like the 3rd largest wildlife area. This is just a small glimpse of it, but it goes pretty much all the way to the border. I'm gonna start making my way back to Skitch at the Oasis Cafe. There is that flower shop I saw that I'll have to stop by. They close at 3 and it's like 1 right now, so I want to get some flowers before they close. If you're going further in, I believe you need to get a permit from the visitor center or online. But that short little, it's like a 15-minute walk through the little nature trail where the fish pond was and some bird watching. You can just go on and do that. So I managed to get some service, but it's through T-Mobile satellite, and I looked really dumb trying to look for the satellite signal and just holding my phone up in the air for a minute. All you can really do with it is send a message, so I was able to text Skitch. So I made it back to the Ajo Plaza area. I'm about to see Skitch in a little. There's the flower shop. I'm looking to buy some flowers for her. So let's go check it out. So I went to the Ajo flower place, and they were really busy and ran out of fresh flowers. But they had these fake ones, and I was gonna buy it, but they ended up giving it to me for free. So shout out to Ajo Flowers. This is awesome. I'm gonna surprise Skitch with it. I'm actually kind of happy it's a fake one because I get her real ones like all the time, and they always end up dying. So it's nice to get something that will last longer besides the Lego ones I give her. I think I see her up ahead.
Got me flowers?
Yeah, but they're not real.
Aww.
They'll last longer though. They gave it to me for free. They didn't charge me for it. I was gonna support them, and they didn't want. Skitch got some FOMO from the visitor center.
Yeah.
So we're going round 2 in the visitor center, guys.
I'm already pulling out my camera for pictures of the train tracks.
Skitch was yearning to sit at these tables.
But it's purple.
I feel like this is something I would see in Red Dead Redemption. So although their copper mines aren't operating here anymore, that's what originally founded the town of Ajo.
Whatever.
Town of Ajo, unincorporated area of Ajo. Regardless, mining is really important to this area.
Let's get on the sidewalk.
And is now kind of transformed into more towards like an artist, kind of like, you know, Bisbee, Arizona, Prescott, all these different areas in Arizona become like these kind of havens for artists. Here is the Artist Alley.
I like how people just like that.
And some of the houses when I was exploring around too had like sculptures and all these cool things. A lot of people were telling me about the library here to go use for Wi-Fi. Because Skitch was looking for places to work out of, and this was one of the areas. There's also a drinking fountain.
Are these comfortable? They look like very narrow in the back.
Look.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess the nice wide arms could be good for putting a laptop on.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Of course, of all the days we come here. Yeah, so Ajo was kind of formed as like a company town for the mining companies. And it was like a planned community, although it was separated pretty heavily from the Mexican population, essentially redlining the company town. And there was a separate area called Mexican Town Site where it was just kind of separate from a different portion of the town. But this plaza kind of served as a meeting point between both communities. That was the Oasis coffee shop that we were at for the day.
Great vibes, great food, great drinks.
This is kind of an overview of the town plaza right here. Camelback Peak.
We have Camelback at home.
We're just naming everything Camelback. It's getting close for us to check into our hotel. We are staying down there at Curley School. It was an adaptive reuse project that transformed the Curley School into a artisan living area and also hotels on the other side behind it. So that's like kind of the main entrance. Behind it is where we'll be staying in our hotel. So let's go over. I've always wanted to check this out. I heard a presentation on this years ago, so it's kind of cool to see this in person. And yeah, it looks a lot better in person. This is a really cool building. What do you think, Skitch?
Cool. We love adaptive reuse.
And then we are headed to our inn, Sonoran Desert Inn, which is just in. We'll be on the back side of this, so we just gotta walk a little bit. Look at it moves. Look at it move. Woo! Oh, they are everywhere. I'm loving all the lizards. Is this where our politicians live? The lizard people.
That one's tail is acting like a cat's tail.
I know, it's so adorable. Oh,
It's
he's
doing push-ups.
All right, we get it, bro. You lift. Ooh, this is cool. This is the path to the front office. Yippee. We just got in the room. Here's a tour of what the space looks like. Very high ceiling. Comfy bed. Me. It's an interesting setup. See how oh, that's me again. Well, and the bathroom. I want to see what the window looks like out of here. See, my lizard friends are out there. I don't see them. And then I thought it was cool. I can't open it, but it looks like there's a window at the top to cool out the room. But yeah, this is a tour of the space. There's a refrigerator, microwave. Yeah, it's a nice space. Adaptive reuse.
Once we last left you guys, we took a siesta and looked for dinner. And Jamie really wasn't lying when he said everything closes at 3. There's literally like 2 restaurants open, and Jamie already went to one of them, and it was the grocery store. So we're trying the one other restaurant, but they have cheese curds allegedly. So it's a sign.
Yeah, there's one other place I think it's open a little bit later, but the one day that they're closed is on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And today is Tuesday.
Are we giving City Slicker with our umbrellas?
After we go eat, what do you want to do?
Climb that hill and see the mines and explore. We could also check out the park. So that's in the other direction. Oh, and go to the gas station and get some more snacks.
Hopefully they have the cheese curds allegedly on the menu. I'm feeling a burger or something. I don't know. I already had chicken tenders, so it's the only place that's open, so I'll take what I can get. Skitch and I just got done eating at Agave Grill.
I have the cheese curd curse.
Yeah.
They're always out of cheese curds when I want them.
It somehow is always on a Tuesday, but
Yeah.
right now we're headed to the gas station right here just to grab some snacks. We snack max on our
Some
walks.
hydration
Yeah, that's mainly
so we
what
don't
it is.
pass out.
We still got some daylight, so we're gonna go check out if the mine's available to see.
We yearn for the mines.
I was not expecting these to be here.
I like this rural experience more than West Glacier.
We'll see you in the morning. There's a little rec center, gym in there. We're gonna see if we can go this way to get back to the room. Sketch, we found another way.
Yay!
So-
Our heat map's gonna eat.
Yeah, the sun went down a little bit,
Thank goodness.
and so we put our umbrellas away. Some of the drinks we brought, we put away, and it's kind of shocking. No, not surprising, but the temperature dropped pretty significantly when we came through. Go see the overlook of the mine. It's like a 1.5 mile overlook. You can see right there. I guess this is where you go. Going the right way.
Yay!
So I found this cool overview lookout for Ajo. Looks really beautiful. You can see where we're staying just right over there. I love that there's just this random statue. It's a pit.
See, we could take that.
Okay, we can
And
try
then
it.
we could take this road because we haven't watched it yet.
All right. Yeah, this mine got nothing with me in a couple hours on Minecraft. The visitor center is locked, but I guess this
I
is
guess it closes at 3 like everything else.
yeah, that's a hole. It's a pit. It's the pit.
Look at all the rings of like paths there are.
The museum is that way, but we're not going there. We're going back to the hotel, so we're gonna loop around for the heat map, of course.
Everything's for the heat map.
But yeah, so there's a hiking trail you can do. We were gonna do it tomorrow. Then we figured out how to do a trip back home going through Tucson on transit. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. And now we're headed back and we're gonna call it a night. And we're gonna see if once the sun goes down, we wanna see all the stars because you can kind of see in the video, I think. Skitch is really happy with all the stars right now. So we just woke up, got ready, and now we're headed to the 486. It is also on the transit app, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
This little cut through, and this is why I kind of like exploring, is this doesn't appear on Google Maps at all. So if you get dropped off the bus, it'll tell you to like
Walk all the way around.
Yeah, all the way around.
It was free.
The bus is really nice. Heads up on this bus, it was freezing cold, and this is coming from me. I like cold, but yeah, definitely bring a blanket or wear a long sleeve when you're on this bus. So Skitch and I, we're at a little bit of a stop near Y.
Why?
It's I guess it's a break spot. We got some snacks. She is really digging the Sun Shuttle, operated by MTM. Are you liking it so far?
It's awesome.
The seats are really cozy. We have a couple people on board with us. We thought we were gonna have to pay, but I guess it's free because Tucson Transit's also free, so maybe
They
that's
need
why.
to update their website.
Yeah, but the driver's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is because of Tucson's free transit system, but I would still bring cash just in case. But yeah, from Ajo to Tucson, it was free for us. You do have to call ahead, but it does pass through the Thana-Otham Nation. You could probably get away with getting on without a reservation, but you have a risk of getting kicked off. She did allow some people on, but at one point there was too many people and she had to kick 2 people off because other people have made reservations to use and it's very popular. Every seat was taken, and it looks like honestly they could actually probably add another service. It seemed very beneficial to a lot of the communities on this route, especially for job access. And this was also another really long route. It was over 100 miles and I think took like 3 hours. So expect this ride to take a while. But there are a couple stops that you'll be able to use the restroom while you're on there. And how do you know we're in Tucson? Yep, Rafi. Rafi. Always there. This is the Tucson stop. And pretty much everyone got off, so I wanted to show some of the comfy seats. Skitch and I just got off the bus.
3.5 hours later.
Mm-hmm. It goes a pretty long distance. I think it's over 100 miles. But this is where it stops off.
We're at the Laos Transit Center, and then it looks like it goes to the Greyhound station near downtown.
Which is fine that we got off here because this is a little bit more south. We found out that the transit museum that they have here, it's the old Trolley Museum, it is open, but it's only open like Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So being here on a Wednesday is in our favor. And
The 16 bus.
the bus was really packed. It was actually so packed that
Yeah, they had to kick people off who didn't make reservations, which
thought,
I felt bad for because there's only 1 trip a day, so like they're just stranded.
and I thought the reason that we had to call ahead of time was because it probably didn't get a lot of ridership. But there was 40 seats, I believe, on that, and every one of those was filled. I had to wait till the end when everyone got off to get like a footage of what the seats looked like. Skitch and I just got off, and that bus was packed.
They're always packed here because it's free. So
We're a little early to the museum. It opens at 10. It's 9:50 right now.
So we'll just hang out outside.
Yeah, and well, we still have to walk a little bit of the ways, so we're heading there right now.
Away.
2 blocks away, because it's not even like a 5-minute walk. It's that the warehouse kind of looking building at the end. You can kind of see some of the trolley stuff from back here. And then here it is, the old Pueblo Trolley Museum. We're a little bit early, so we're just hanging out.
But luckily we were already in this part of town.
Skitch wanted to donate the money that we were going to use for the bus from here, from Ajo to here. So this is the first. Now I just need to be able to take a bus to Bisbee.
Bus fee.
There's no way to get there without a car at the moment. Once
You
you're
can
there,
walk or bike.
well, once you're there, there is some transit system, but it's one of the old Greyhounds from the 50s with sightseeing.
I've never been on a Greyhound before, Ron.
Imagine if this is what we were taking.
I was wondering where the restroom is, and I figured out it's here.
Whoa, the door opens in? That's diabolical.
The door doesn't even go all the way to the door. That is a tiny toilet.
We
That's
traveled
cool.
a long way.
It's a snowbird transit.
How did this get here? Did they bring it on a boat?
I mean, we transported the London Bridge to Lake Havasu, so I'm sure we figured out how to bring this one. Yes, Prescott had a trolley. Oh, wow, this is a nice trolley you got. Oh, a mule car. Skitch, this is your stop. I mean, shoot, I would live in a streetcar. One of the volunteers, he was about, I think, so 92 years old. He was a bus driver for many years and was just giving us all this great history about buses and transit. And it was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend go checking it out. There was another couple there, an older couple that was joining us on this tour, and it was fun hearing all the stuff that they were learning about with buses and transit, and I think I convinced them to want to take an Amtrak trip.
Yes.
Too.
We recommended the Coast Starlight and the California Zephyr.
Now we're going to be catching the bus to the downtown transit center to catch
Another bus.
another bus, the 7, I believe.
Yeah.
Because we are going to go see our friend at a cat shelter.
Yay. I see people standing.
Yeah. All right, Skitch and I just got off the bus. Was it right there?
The bus driver was yapping with us. He thought I was a local because he thought I grabbed like the bus pamphlet.
It was a scavenger hunt
Yeah,
one.
I grabbed the scavenger hunt pamphlet. But he was like, oh, I'm not going to be on this route next week. And I was like, oh, I have to pretend like I take this route all the time.
Now we're catching the 7 to the animal shelter.
We have 7 at home.
Skitch and I just caught the 7, perfect timing. It left just as we got to the transit center. So we're gonna get there about 11:28. It's called the Hermitage No-Kill Cat Shelter and Sanctuary.
We got on the Route 7 eastbound bus at the Ronstadt Transit Center, and we got off here at 22nd and Rosemont, and now we're gonna walk to the Hermitage Cat Shelter and Sanctuary.
There's not a lot of crossing opportunities, so that will actually be the easiest. There's another bus stop ahead, but this will be the closest one to be able to cross safely. All right, so we're gonna be using a hot crossing, which stands for
High Intensity Activated Crosswalk.
and they were actually first started in Tucson back in 2000, but essentially what it is a button you hit to cross the street, and it acts more like a stoplight.
Smash that like button.
And sometimes drivers will use it as a way to take a left turn.
Everyone wins.
So up ahead, a blue sign for the no-kill cat shelter we're going to.
Yay. We made it. And look, there's bike parking. Aww.
There's a little cute garden that's in front. You can walk around. These benches are really cool because you can transform it into a bench with back support, or you can make it a little table to eat at, and you can move it around so it's also accessible if you're in a wheelchair as well. So I don't know, these are really exciting. Skitch is signing in.
The name on their white tag. Yellow just means they're under observation. Red are going to be your spicy cats.
Yeah.
So,
No pet.
possible pet, just
Yeah.
caution.
Oh, I didn't even see you. Hi.
We have kittens in medical who are waiting for their spay and neuters. We have kittens that are in foster care.
Hello.
So we're actually doing, I think, a special right now. It's usually $160 to adopt a kitten. For the second kitten, we're doing $40.
Nice.
So
BOGO.
you can bring them and a brother, or sister, or friend.
Hi. Hello. How every cubby is occupied. So cute.
I will probably get a his stat, but
Oh, hi, please.
They say they had?
Over 400 on site.
cats come in and out if the door is open.
Okay, that makes sense.
A lot of times they like to go through big door, even though, like, do you want a big door? Do you want the new experience? Nope. All right.
Hi.
I find it interesting that when they're Matt, do you know who
To adopt at the Hermitage No-Kill Cat Shelter, we have an online application. You fill it out. I need everybody's who's 18 and older. I need their email address and legal first and last name. We do background checks on every applicant for volunteering, as well as fostering, as well as adoption. Once that background check is done, I attach it to your application. It is good for 6 months, so anytime during that time you can adopt. If you rent, I just need something that says where you rent knows you're getting a pet or you've paid the pet deposit. And it's that simple.
I definitely recommend checking out the cat sanctuary, especially if you're a cat lover like me. There's hundreds of cats in there, and some of them just want to crawl in your lap. So if you're a cat lover, definitely check them out and support them.
I just love that Tucson has cactus on their bus stops. It's adorable. Out of the transit center, and now we're headed to a coffee shop.
Yay, I'm starving.
Skitch has to go be the breadwinner, so I dropped her off at Cafe Luce, and I'm gonna go explore downtown Tucson for a little bit. So this market right here, it's called Gibson Market. I've been here before. They used to have the sparkling ice drinks caffeinated that I really like, but they kind of remodeled since the last time I've been here, and it's more of just kind of a restaurant now that has like a convenience store attached to it. Before it was like a full-on grocery store. You could get milk, all this other stuff, and now it's just like kind of energy drinks and candy bars for the food selection. It's a very, very small section for like actual grocery. Yeah, get you some good streetcar action right there. So I'm just killing time in downtown Tucson until Skitch is done with some work stuff. I'm gonna go check out this record store over here called Wooden Tooth Records. All right, Jimbo, let's see you eat the world. Come on. So Skitch is a big Jimmy Eat World fan, so I got that record for her. And I do have my UV umbrella because it's also toasty out here. All right, Skitch, how happy were you to see that record I got you?
I'm so happy.
All right, we ate at Jaime's Pizza. I got one of each of their slices that they offer, and I got some garlic knots. We just finished up the pizza. How was it?
So good, but I'm so full.
The garlic knots were no Da Boys breadsticks. I know breadsticks and garlic knots are different, but Da Boys in Yuma, man, those breadsticks.
Bro's never gonna stop talking about the boys.
They're so good. Skitch and I are gonna start heading over to Union Station. We would have had a lot more time.
But we had to go see some cats and some trolleys.
Yes, and we spent a lot of time on those, so Especially the Trolley Museum. It was a lot of fun. Train. Over there is Mount Lemon, which is a sky island. Also, we won't be able to make it because our bus back to Phoenix is at 4 o'clock and I only have like an hour left here. But across right there is Sunlink's maintenance facility for the streetcar. Dang, we just missed it too. Oh well. The only trains that are gonna be coming in here today are freight, if any come through, because Thursday, which is tomorrow for us, is when a train would go back to Phoenix, which is why we're grabbing a FlixBus at 4 o'clock.
And it's cheaper than Amtrak because we don't have to pay to get from Maricopa to Phoenix.
And it looks like, oh yeah. This is some evergreen content. The actual station's open to go check out, so we're gonna go inside and look. This is what the Phoenix one could be. So I'm taking the Sunset Limited back this way before, and usually they'll do a stop in Tucson for a little bit longer than normal.
Like an hour, right?
Yeah, I had it for an hour. Across the street right here, you can see there's like a food court. You can run and grab some quick food during your break or however long you're able to do. And there's also the market I was talking about earlier, but in the Amtrak lobby here, they do also have some like plaques and stuff if you like reading it like a cereal box. I do. Now we're gonna make our way over to the stop in downtown for FlixBuses, and hopefully the service provider that we have for this one is the operator's Beeline. And the route basically goes from Tucson, downtown, or Tempe, Phoenix, and then up to Flagstaff. And they're a little bit more reliable than like some of the other operators that come from cities far away. Look at that Sunset Limited mural, it's beautiful. So this is kind of a cool point where I can point out a couple different transit areas. So that is the Amtrak station, the bus transit center, and then right over there where that bus shelter is, that's where Flix and Greyhounds will pick up. It's a trifecta of transit.
Yes.
And then you can just look for the sign that says FlixBus. It might freak you out if you see the bus, but it has to loop all the way around. Here comes the bus. Hello, bus. Usually I don't reserve any seats. It's usually an extra charge if you want to reserve your own seat. I've never had an issue with Skitch and I not being able to sit together. There is a bathroom on board. The journey is not too long. It's kind of on par with driving if the bus shows up, which this one actually was. We use the Beeline operator, which operates for FlixBus. You can check when you're ordering your tickets who the operator is, but I've always had a good experience with them. Other services for Flix, definitely I've known people to have issues. I think usually when the routes are a lot longer, they tend to have more issues and more chances of being canceled, delayed. Yes, we made it back to Phoenix. I think next time we'd probably just go to the Tempe Transit Center. It goes from Tempe to Phoenix, and we'd rather just get on the train that's right in Tempe. But one of the benefits to going to the Sky Harbor is if you have a flight. I think there was 2 guys on our, they took the bus from Tucson to Phoenix to catch a flight. We were actually helping them with instructions on how to use FlixBus. But yeah, probably for next time, it is a little bit cheaper to go to the Tempe Transit Center, so we're gonna do that and then take the light rail back and save a couple bucks. All right, Skitch and I just got off
44th Street SkyTrain Station.
So you can enter through there if you need to catch a train to one of the terminals. The SkyTrain's free. You can also use the Sky Bridge to get to the terminal. We're gonna actually catch the one bus because it's actually gonna come before the light rail, and it will take us downtown as well. Actually bring us a block closer.
And we're just crossing the street because I don't want to deal with all the escalators.
Yeah, and well, the stop will be closer because you have to, if we were to take this, you have to cross another light over there. So we're gonna walk down this way and just cross at this light right here. And if you're like me and you're crazy enough to walk places, you can actually walk via the canal to get to the airport and take the SkyTrain in. There is another way on Buckeye that you can actually like walk straight up to Terminal 3. There's a stop up there that we would most likely go to, but we're actually going to the stop a little bit more down just to get a little bit more steps because we still have to wait like a couple minutes for the bus.
And we've spent 5 hours on transit today, so no opportunity for steps.
Yeah. Skitch needs to get her 12,000 and I try to aim for 25,000 a day. Very normal. How was your FlixBus ride?
It was really good. It was shorter than I remember. I think though it's worth it for us at least to start booking to get off at Tempe instead of the airport because I feel like it would be faster because you're right at the light rail. You don't have to cross.
We're also
and deal with the
usually using it
SkyTrain.
to come from Flagstaff, I think. So my brain is when I booked it. And I think we would save a couple, you literally save like a couple bucks if we booked it.
Yeah, so if you live off the A line, it's probably worth it.
Yeah. I don't know. We did $4 from Desert Sky in Phoenix all the way to Tucson, which was incredible. I did have to technically still pay to get to Desert Sky, but if you live near Desert Sky and you can walk over there, you technically, or you have the Platinum Pass that your employer covers, your transit, you could technically get to Ajo for $4.
Yeah.
And then Ajo to Tucson for free. It's an amazing deal. What was your favorite part of our trip?
The cat sanctuary. Jamie, what was your favorite part?
Honestly, it's the fact that I was able to take a bus all the way to Tucson for $4. Technically, it was a little bit more, but from Desert Sky all the way to Ajo was $4, and then from Ajo to Tucson, it was free.
Thank you guys for joining us. Let us know down in the comments where we should take transit to next.
If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to this video. I appreciate you guys watching to the end, and definitely stay tuned. I do a lot of fun transit walking and biking videos of different places you can get without a car.